my God, Lucas! It's been like a long time.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 stars you forgot were on One Tree Hill.
Luke, Julian, I'd like you to meet my date, Lachey.
Hey. Kidding, right?
You two! Get out of here!
For this list, we'll be looking at people who guest starred on the teen drama, but whose appearances probably slipped your mind. Since we'll be discussing their characters' narrative arcs, a mild spoiler alert is in effect. Which of these guest stars was your favorite? Let us know in the comments.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Sounds like love. Sounds like love.
Number 10, Joe Manganiello.
I just want a chance to explain myself.
Fine. Explain.
While the actor is probably best known for his work as Alcide Hervo on True Blood, he had a pretty significant storyline on One Tree Hill as well. Manganiello played Owen Morello, a recovering addict who came into our lives in the show's 5th season. Soon enough, a relationship started to blossom between him and Brooke. The bulk of his storyline revolved around his possible romance with B. Davis. There were also a lot of ups and downs, including an unfortunate incident with Millicent.
You know, I haven't had a drink in over 8 years. Tonight, that's gonna change.
I haven't had sex in over 22 years. And tonight, that's gonna change.
But Owen also saved Rachel's life and helped Nathan out. Sadly, there was simply one misstep too many to make things work with Brooke. Manganiello didn't disappoint though, as he brought just the right mix of grit and heart to the character.
What about down the road?
For a guy like you, I might just come crawling back.
Number 9, Mecca Cox.
Oh my God, Lucas! It's been like a long time.
Nowadays, Cox has found success through her work on a variety of hit television shows. Notably, she played Sasha in 90210, Sabine, Princess Tiana in Once Upon a Time, and Robin Charles in Chicago Med. Not to mention that as of 2019, she's been playing Nyla Harper on The Rookie. But before all that, the actress was actually in one episode of One Tree Hill. She played Faith Banks, an old friend of Lucas's who moved away from Tree Hill. As the two catch up, we get a glimpse into what life was like before Lucas joined the Ravens.
Morgan Finley, senior bitch, captain of the cheerleaders. You know how much she tortured me and my friends. Until one day some freshman boy came along and defended me. Some boy named Lucas Scott. After that, they tortured you all year.
While her appearance was brief, her character had an important impact on Luke and viewers alike.
Don't be a stranger, Luke.
Hey, the phone goes both ways.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't say keep in touch.
Number 8, BJ Britt. Britt did a stellar job playing Devin Fox, a basketball player with NBA aspirations. His cocky attitude is reminiscent of a Season 1 Nathan, and there was some tension between them at first.
See, I'm the point guard and this is my team. This is my shot at the NBA, and I can guarantee I ain't throwing it away like you did.
Eventually, Devin opened up and we realized he just wanted what was best for his family.
What you looking at, 12? Not the only one with a family.
Funnily enough, the actor also played a referee on the show all the way back in Season 1.
You two! Get out of here!
Clearly, he left a lasting impression. Of course, his work on One Tree Hill is not what he's known for. You probably recognize him from his role as Antoine Triplett on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or as Paul Patterson Jr. in Being Mary Jane. But one thing's for sure, no matter the role, Britt always brings it.
Get comfortable, 15. Get real comfortable.
Number 7, Pete Wentz.
You know who's up next?
Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I heard that band sucks. The bass player's pretty cool.
We all know Pete Wentz as Fall Out Boy's bassist. Music was always a big part of One Tree Hill's identity, so fans were in for a treat when the band made an appearance to play at Trick nightclub in Season 3. While that's where the story ended for most of the band members, Wentz got a bigger storyline. In one of the show's more unrealistic plot points, he had a brief romance with Peyton Sawyer herself.
Since we know each other so well, I guess it's okay if I do this.
When Wentz wanted to pursue things further with her, she eventually realized she missed Jake Jagielski and broke things off. Sure, it was a little out of the box, but it was a fun time, so we're not complaining.
I'm gonna miss you. Is it okay if I miss you?
You better.
Number 6, Nick Lachey. Pete Wentz wasn't the only musician that had a guest role on the hit drama series. Nick Lachey came to town in hopes of convincing Haley to let him record one of her songs.
Because I really want you to say yes. Your song is great, and trust me, I've listened to a lot of new songs for this album.
She was initially reluctant, but ultimately agreed. Interestingly, he also reveals he has a bit of a romantic past with Brooke, and even accompanies her to Lucas and Peyton's wedding.
Luke, Julian, I'd like you to meet my date, Nick Lachey.
Hey, Nick Lachey. Hi. Hi. Foreman.
Of course, she's madly in love with Julian at this point, so it doesn't go anywhere.
I think you've made Julian jealous enough, don't you?
Is it really that obvious?
It is when you kiss me. I mean, you forget I've had a real Brooke Davis kiss.
Still, we got to see Nick Lachey sing and saw him lean into his heartthrob status. It was a treat to watch all around. Number 5, Evan Peters. You probably remember Sam's awkward friend and eventual love interest, Jack Daniels.
Kidding, right?
From his unique name, to the heartwarming storyline between him and Sam, to his unstable brother Xavier, Jack was an unexpectedly memorable character. So while he initially seemed marginal, Daniels grew to leave his mark on Tree Hill.
I just wanted to do that.
So it was bittersweet when he left to be with his new family.
When you kissed me, it was nice.
But what fans may not have realized is that the actor behind the role was none other than Evan Peters. Since appearing on One Tree Hill, the actor has found success through roles in American Horror Story, Pose, and a number of X-Men films. At the end of the day, though, we'll always think of him as Jack first.
Did you read the book?
Number 4, Sean Young.
What is this? What the hell is this?
A big part of the show's 3rd and 4th seasons was Keith Scott and his murder. Other than Dan and the viewers, Abby Brown was the only other person who knew the truth about what happened. Sean Young played her mother, Hope, in one episode. She initially didn't want Abby to say anything about what she saw. In a bid to protect her daughter, she even had her pretend she wasn't in her right mind.
As soon as I make enough money, we'll go someplace different. We will, but for now, we have to do it this way.
Why?
Because I say so, that's why.
Eventually, Abby told Lucas the truth about Keith's death, and she left town alongside her mother.
It was your father, Dan Scott. He killed Keith.
Of course, Young has an extensive filmography that goes far beyond this role, with parts in Blade Runner and No Way Out, just to name a few. Number 3, Toni Devoto.
Hi, Jimmy. It's me, Nanny Carrie. Open up.
No, Mama says you're a bad person.
Oh, that's not true. I love you, remember?
Remember Nanny Carrie? The one who infiltrated Nathan, Haley, and Jamie's lives and ended up causing way more trouble than anyone could have bargained for?
I never meant for it to turn out this way.
Did you go by Jamie's school today?
Jamie looks at me as family. I was just saying goodbye.
Well, not everyone remembers that it was Toni Devoto, who played Melissa Hastings on Pretty Little Liars and Dr. Natalie Manning in Chicago Med since 2015, who brought her to life. And Devoto isn't the only actress to star in both Pretty Little Liars and One Tree Hill. Amanda Schull, who played Meredith Sorensen on PLL, played both Clay's late wife Sarah Evans and stalker Katie Ryan. There's no doubt that what made both Carrie and Katie such compelling villains is how great a job these actresses did in their portrayal of them.
You're welcome to watch from here, but I'm sure you can find a seat down below.
Oh, I'm fine. My son's the ring bearer.
Number 2, Ashley Rickards.
So what's going on here?
Before rising to fame as Jenna Hamilton in the hit TV show Awkward, Rickards played Samantha Walker, a teenager stuck in the foster care system with nobody to look out for her. After a difficult start, Brooke took her in and mothered her as if she were her own.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. You're safe, you're okay.
She even wanted to adopt her, but Sam ended up reconnecting with her birth mother. Rickards' portrayal of the character was stellar, as she found a way to strike the perfect balance between the character's tough exterior and her softer interior.
No, she gave me up. She doesn't want me, right? What does she want now, to say she's sorry?
We won't lie, we shed a tear or two when Sam and B. Davis parted ways, thanks in large part to the on-screen synergy between Ashley Rickards and Sophia Bush.
God, you're so good to me. Because I love you, no matter what.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Candice Patton. She played Katie's roommate.
I also found her lithium in the garbage. Her behavior gets a little unpredictable without it.
Maria Menounos. She played Emily Jules Chambers, a woman Dan Scott hired to seduce his brother.
The wedding was never part of the plan. It changed. I told Dan I wanted out. I fell in love with Keith for real.
Kevin Federline. He played Jason, J-Fed Federline, an obnoxious band member.
You're just upset because the talent left your band. Come on.
Not as upset as I am that you left your granny panties in my bed.
Kid Cudi. He played himself and helped Erin Macri believe in herself.
From what I heard, you might be the one that everyone leaves here talking about tonight.
I'm sorry?
Well, if you're half as good at what Haley's been saying, you're gonna be a tough act to follow.
I'm opening.
You're opening, yes. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your stuff. It's gonna be a great night.
Quentin Aaron. He played Tommy, a fellow student in Nathan's business class.
Good looking out, huh?
Man, no big deal.
Yeah, it is. He's a scary dude.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, James Van Der Beek.
Got to be kidding me.
Lucas Scott, you son of a bitch!
When Lucas and Julian were trying to find a director for an unkindness of Ravens, nobody really seemed to understand their vision. Chief amongst the candidates with a warped view of what the movie should be was Adam Reese, who ended up getting the job.
We're talking box office, baby! You're king of the world!
But the kicker is that he was played by none other than Dawson's Creek star James Van Der Beek.
Who's that?
Kiss.
That's right, the man behind Dawson Leary himself had a multi-episode arc on One Tree Hill. It's the crossover we never knew we needed, though his character here was the polar opposite of Dawson.
You have a decision to make, okay? Audiences like boobs. I didn't make that up. It's the way it is. Sex sells. So I say, go with the girl with the nice rat.
There's also an added layer of humor when you consider the numerous comparisons that were drawn between One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek back in the day.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
A voice